Dear students of Standard 6, let us continue with your prose and poetry class or the book that your book is Enhanced English Fairy, a course in English language and literature. We have finished chapter 1. I have explained to you the chapter 1 is the shellfish giant, and I have explained to you time and again. I have given you the snapshot or the summary of the entire lesson in the beginning of your class, and we just entered into the exercises and I have explained to you the question answer, and I suppose you have been writing the question answer. Now I would like to explain to you the grammar part, which we have already studied in your grammar class, I suppose, and what is noun and kinds of nouns that are explained here: proper noun, common noun, collective noun, abstract nouns and material nouns. So it is all explained here. You can just go through and try to understand. So here we have proper noun, common noun, collective noun, abstract noun and material noun. Here we have. So these are all the nouns given. So these nouns may be falling in one of these category, that is proper noun, common nouns, collective noun, abstract noun and material noun. So you just go through whether they are these nouns or whether they are proper noun, common nouns, collective nouns, abstract noun or material nouns. And also just fill in the blanks with the nouns in exercise A. So nouns are here and you have to fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks with the nouns that are here in exercise A, that you have to do by yourself. And here we have find 8 abstract nouns in this word grid. So here this is a word grid. So we have to find abstract noun. You have to understand the meaning of the abstract noun. What is abstract noun? So and try to find out. I will do just one for you. Just you can see SURPRISE, surprise. So I am just this is a abstract noun, surprise. One I did for you. The next 7 you have to do by yourself. I have just marked here surprise. So this is the abstract noun which I have done for you. So this is the thing that up to exercise C you have to just do by yourself. The rest of the things you leave it out. When you come to the class, I will explain to you. Now we get into the next chapter. The next chapter, daffodils. Okay, daffodils. So the poet of this poem is William Wordsworth. I will just give you the background of the poem, how the poem was written by William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth was a nature poem. That means he loved the nature, and from there he used to, moving into the nature, he used to write lot of poems because he loved the nature. As we are surrounded by nature, because nature gives us lot of meaning into our lives. So daffodils is a kind of flower which is a yellow flower which flowers on the river banks. So it is a beautiful flower. So it happened that once he, the poet, and his sister Dorothy, they were walking by the river, walking Ulster with Dorothy. Dorothy is the sister of William Wordsworth. They were working along the what is called the river. So they came across these beautiful flowers, daffodils, how they were acting in the nature. So that William Wordsworth explained those things through his poem. So I will explain to you in the next class the poem, but before that I just read the poem for you. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on a high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, besides the lake beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing with the breeze. Continuous as stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. For oft, when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, the flash upon that inward eyes, which is the bills of solitude. And when my heart with pleasure fills and dance with the daffodils. So this is the poem. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 paragraphs we have. And here right hand side we can see, you can see here, the words are in red letter. So those words which are in red letters are difficult words and the meaning is given in black letter. Please just read those difficult words, try to understand the meaning of those difficult words. The meaning is given in the book itself. So I have just explained to you what is the meaning of the daffodils. Is a kind of flowers that flowers along the river or along the what is called lake. So the poet was moving along the lake with his sister and they could see the daffodils, how the daffodil was moving and giving a kind of joy to them. That is how the William Wordsworth sat down and began to write this poem and completed the poem. Because what he feels about the nature he writes, because nature is the one which gives us lot of meaning into our lives. So let us try to read the poem time and again, and I will explain to you paragraph by paragraph in the next class. Thank you and have a nice time.